Seth, it's an election year and it's on everyone's mind. So let's just go ahead and cover some of the topics that people are thinking about. Emotions and politics. So how does that play a role in their investments?
It is actually the most common reason we get phone calls. You would think that it's stock market volatility, but it's really people's emotions revolving around elections. We've had people on both sides of the aisle call us worried that if the other side wins, the stock market's going to plunge, and they wanted to sit down and talk about it.
So let's talk about that. On election day, there's this misconception that everything changes the next day, but there's always policy lag, right? It takes a couple of days, months, years for anything to happen.
So what the stock market doesn't like is uncertainty. The stock market really doesn't care if a Democrat or a Republican is in charge. They just want a direction as to who's going to be in charge and what those rules are going to be. When rules are changing, that creates uncertainty, that creates volatility, that keeps a lower market. So once you get through the election and there's a bit of a certainty, a lot of times you have a bit of a pop no matter which side wins because of that known certainty. But then after that, it all kind of washes out to where it's not statistically significant as to which side wins.
Yeah, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So knowing that on the election day or the next day, things don't just crazy happen, it all sorts itself out.
I still show up to work. You still show up to work.
Yep.
The sun still comes up. We're all going to be okay.
I think one of the most important things that people tend to forget because they're so concerned with the politics is their long-term goals, and that's what we should really stay focused on.
Yeah, so the two-party system has a vested interest to make you believe that this is a fight for the future of America, a fight for your personal moral compass. And they've divided up America really, really well, and to push that message. Our message is boring. It's, what are your long-term goals? Let's focus on your long-term goals. If you're taking short-term actions, those typically go against your long-term goals. Imagine a person that got upset and took their money out of the market, and then the market never goes down. How do they decide when to go back in? And so when you pull your money out of the market, you have to be right twice. You have to pull your money out, it has to go down, and then you have to have the courage to go back in. It's like trying to catch a falling knife. You just don't want to play politics with your investing. You want to focus on the long term, and that's kind of boring, but it gives you the best results.
Boring is best, and thank you so much for sharing that insight with me and with all of our clients.
Thank you.